Welcome to video 3 of this series. I really hope this is helping any parents to be, or if you're doing a sprinkle, I hope that helps too. But today we're going to be talking about any diapering and bathing things to put on a registry. If you're new here, I have been walking through the way that Amazon sets up their baby registry and sharing what we purchased or what we were gifted and if we liked it or not and if we would buy it again. Grab yourself a cup of something and let's chat. Also, my mom got me this Mama Bear mug and I'm obsessed with it. Look at that mama and her Mama Bear. Little baby bear. So cute. So, if you've made it this far, you already know that it is a lot of research and time that goes into building a registry, and it is quite stressful and starting to get a little easier because there aren't as many options, but still, especially as a new parent, you are just so conflicted and so confused on items to get for your little one. So if you see me looking down, that's because I wrote everything down on a list and I just want to make sure that I cover everything. And actually, why don't I just put it up here? Voila. All right. So for bath time, now we ended up getting the Angel Care Support Bath. Now it's the one that has kind of a swoop in it and it doesn't feel like mesh, but it does have a bunch of little holes in it, and you are able to use that from day 0, which you're not really supposed to do a lot of like baths at that point, but the fact that they could fit in it just made me feel so much better, just in case our little guy would have been like a preemie or anything. I wouldn't have had to be concerned with using like the flower one, or there's like basins. But so I really liked this one, as well as he grew older, we actually could flip it upside down and he could kind of sit and balance in it when he wasn't old enough or sturdy enough to just sit in a bathtub on his own. So really liked that one. Would absolutely use it again if we had a second bib. But we also, this came from a recommendation from one of our friends who told a very funny story about her husband that I will not share, but getting a bathtub thermometer. So the one we got looks like a little rubber ducky. You turn it on or off and it shows green if the water is a good temperature for little guys, and then red obviously if it's too hot, and blue if it is cold. And now we've pretty much gotten the hang of like what feels good, just because like at first you're so scared, and like in my head I had almost decided like, oh my god, I'm gonna boil the baby. Like if it's generally too hot for you, obviously it's too hot for them, but they are a little bit more sensitive. But now he honestly for bath time just uses it as a play toy, so that's pretty cool. Now for towels, we love the hooded towels. Of course, we got ones with little ears on it because that's just sweet. But all of our towels have hoods, and just drying them off, the older it gets, it just keeps it easier to like wrap them up and put it on his head. And honestly, he just looks so cute that I love them. I really like the material of the ones we got. I'll link everything below. I do have affiliate links. They come at no additional charge to you. And if you do purchase or want something from one of my links, it does help support my channel. So thank you in advance. But we did also pick kind of a more generic, like clean feeling washcloth that are super soft. So I will also link those below. We really liked the Ovina wash. Now, the first couple times we used it, he did end up having kind of a reaction to it. He's now does not happen. So definitely if you are looking for a Vino, check with your doctor if they're kind of have any kind of skin irritations. But we also used the CeraVe wash, which we really liked, and the Bambo wash. That one smells really good, and it's supposed to be like all organic and clean, but the fact that it kind of has a scent makes me a little bit more nervous, but he did not react to that one. But just kind of something to keep in mind. That's kind of all of the items that we use. Oh no, our hands down, I would recommend this to any parent, new parent, existing parent. If your kids are in the age where they are still taking a bath, getting a bath kneeler is game changer. The one that we have has a pad for your knees, as well as has a pad that it fits over the tub, and it has pockets so that we can store everything between baths in it, like his little toys, the thermometer, everything fits in it. And it saves your elbows, it saves your knees, and chef's kiss. I honestly have a friend that's pregnant, and I might be getting her that. I don't know if it's on a registry, but sidebar. So the next section for Amazon is diapering. So this does not get into like changing table or pad or anything like that. That actually they put in their nursery section, which I will be doing another video. I am going to continue to do them until I get through all of the sections that they build out. But for diaper brands, I love Honest Co., which you can find them on Amazon, but you could also find them at TJ Maxx or Marshalls for like a really good cost. And of course they have them at Target too, but their diapers and wipes are wonderful. Also, the Huggies brand is really, really good too. We had, the only diapers that we had issues with were Pampers. One, when you open them, they're scented, which to me seems very odd. But also, any blowout that he had was when he was in Pampers. And unfortunately, that might be different for other parents, but that's what's true for us. And they were not leak proof. So yeah, good memories. The fun parts. Although I shouldn't complain. I should remember how lucky I am to experience these things and make these memories, even if they're gross or funny now. But changing my mindset this year of how lucky I am to be experiencing this. Now, for diaper cream, we love Burt's Bees. So their diaper cream, literally, if he is red or irritated at all, we'll put that on, and within a couple hours, it is completely gone. So like almost like, by his next change, that the irritation is gone. So we've really enjoyed that. And then otherwise, we just use regular Vaseline, and that has really helped. And we kind of fluctuate between the two. I didn't try any other diaper creams just because once we did find Burt's Bees and we saw that it had more clean ingredients, we figured why change and try something else that could possibly have more irritants and chemicals in it. Now, 100%, if you do not have a Diaper Genie on your registry, get it. I was so against it. I was like, why can't I just get a regular trash can that has a top and throw a little in there? To me, it seemed like an exorbitant amount of money for something that was literally just going to hold diapers, and the fact that we had to buy their carbon filters and the extra bags for inside it just felt like an unnecessary expense. And boy, was I wrong. I 100% eat my words on that. And if anybody is contemplating it, get it. Now, I know that there's other brands. I don't have experience with those ones. When I was doing research, Diaper Genie was the one that had the best reviews. And honestly, his room never smells. We change it probably every 2 days is about when it fills up, and super easy to change. We've replaced the carbon filters probably every 3 months. We are fast approaching him being a year, which is which is still wild to me. I can't even believe I'm a mom, let alone the mom of a almost 1-year-old. Insane. But absolutely put a diaper genie on your resume, Oh my God, your registry. But our absolute must. And if we make a list, my husband and I are trying to put one together of like kind of like our top baby necessities of things, whether we knew we wanted them or things that kind of surprised us. This would be absolutely number one. Now, we were lucky enough that my mother-in-law gifted us a Love Every kit, developmentally from 0 to 1. And in the first box was a wooden spiral hanging toy. And we were like, what is this? Like, where do I put it? What do I do with it? And I had made him a mobile that matches his room, which I'll talk a little bit more about when we go through kind of like nursery items. But so we didn't have anywhere to put it over his crib, and we hung it over the changing table, thinking like he's going to be laying there a good portion of time. Like maybe that'll be fun to look at. And one side was black and white. And then for his next developmental stage, you were supposed to flip it over and the other side is rainbow. And then it said to stop using it, I think, after like 4 months. And we've left it up there because it is the best diaper changing distraction ever. You can spin it and it moves. This one bounces because it's a spiral and almost kind of like slinky-esque, more like a cone. But now that he is getting older, we keep having to like raise it higher and higher and higher above the changing table, or we just give him a toy of something nearby. And I'm probably a little bit extra, but I have kind of a themed or seasonal something that I keep at his window. For example, in the fall, I had like a little plush pumpkin. For winter, I had a Christmas gnome. And now that we're more into January, I just have a tiny snowman. That it's just something little that he can grip his hands on so that he is not trying to interfere, I guess would be the most politically correct. But those are all of my items for this one. I will put both the links to, I did one on nursing or breastfeeding, and then one on activity and gear, and I will link both of those in the description box below. But I hope that this helps. Hope you maybe share it if you're not expecting. If you do know somebody that is, share it with them. But I hope that you like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for coming for the friendship, but staying for the organized chaos. Cheers! See you in the next one. Ooh. Nope, still asleep.